So to start off this video, as you can see, I have a Japanese copy of Pokemon FireRed to the right here, and then my English copy of Pokemon Emerald there. And I just want to show this off because some people are asking about it, and I figured I'd show it. And that is that you actually can trade with these both of these games. It also can be an English copy of Ruby and Sapphire. It can be an English copy of FireRed and LeafGreen, which will probably be easier to trade with the Japanese copy. So I'm just kind of going through the process here. I hope you can see the screens. It's kind of weird to just have this like set up. So I'm also trying to get through this quickly because this is not the main thing I want to show off in this video. But I figured I'd show this off because in the original video I had a ton of questions asking that. And one of the main things is when people go to trade, and I'm also making sure I'm trading 2 Pokemon that are exclusive to both games just to kind of even improve it even more. So when you get to this screen, you might try to trade, but it won't let you. That's gonna be an issue if you have not gone through the Ruby and Sapphire side quest that's in the game. After you beat the game, there's a little bit of post game where you have to get both a Ruby and a Sapphire to get some machine working so you can trade with the Hoenn games. So I know I got some comments mentioning that where it's like, oh, I have a Japanese or a different region copy than this one, and they're both Fire and LeafGreen, or they're not. They're both not both Fire and LeafGreen. Fuck, they're both different like games, and they're still not trading. They're like one of them's a Hoenn game, and one of them is a Kanto remake game, and they're not trading at all. And that's the reason why. It's not because it's region locked. It's not because it's anything like that. It's literally because you haven't completed that post game bit. It happened to me when I got this copy because this copy of FireRed didn't even have the Elite Four beam. I had to go do that, and it was a ride. So yeah, that's the first thing I wanted to show off because people are asking about it, and I've known about it for a while now, and I figured I'd make it just a quick part of this video. But that's not the main thing that this video is going to be about, because there's another question that I actually got in that video that's more interesting, and I don't fully know the answer, and we're going to kind of find this out together. Though I think I know how it's going to end up, so there's that. So yeah. So here we are actually on a DS, and yes, this is official hardware. I have a very old DS model that's just modded with a capture board inside of it. So, this is FireRed. I'll just quickly just show that real quick, and then we'll just get to the point I'm going to make here. This is the Japanese copy. You can see that right there. It boots up fine, it's just there. So now that I've showed you that this game right here is Pokemon FireRed, the Japanese copy, I'm going to answer one of the questions I got on the previous old video, and that is, can you transfer games from a Japanese copy to an English copy if you're doing it by PAL Park, like, you know, migrating? And the answer is no. I won't even show up here. Like, I actually thought it would, and then it would just give you, like, some kind of message, but no, I won't even humor you with that. And to prove that I do have PAL Park unlocked, because some people might be like, oh, but you probably don't have PAL Park unlocked, or, oh, but you just have things in your PAL Park, like maybe you have a Pokemon you haven't migrated yet in there, you need to migrate them first. But no, that's not even the case there, so I'll just show that here in a moment. Yep, he says it right there. So, with that in mind, can you transfer Japanese Pokemon from the GBA games upward? The answer is yes. Like you see the old video where I had, what was it? I tested this out with Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. That game also is the same kind of issue here, where it won't detect a Japanese copy, and it won't do anything with a Japanese copy or a different region copy, but those games can trade those Pokemon to a region copy that they will recognize. So we're going to actually do that here. So before I actually migrate any Japanese Pokemon over, I want to show a few things here. I do not have Chikorita. So we're going to see, this is going to be transferring over a Japanese Chikorita, because I got it from a Japanese copy of Pokemon Emerald. So we're going to be transferring that over. Some regular Pokemon, because I don't really have a lot of Japanese Pokemon on my Emerald cartridge at the moment. And also, if I can get up to it, this is also a very basic Pokemon, so I figured it could be up here as well. I don't remember where it is, but Caterpie is one of the numbers up here. I'm gonna be transferring a Caterpie up as well, and we're gonna see if either of those trigger the thing where it makes it so if you go on a Pokedex entry, it shows it in Japanese. Because someone asked about that, and I had no idea. So we're testing that out as well, since I'm here. Alright, we're booting up the game here. I have the touchscreen as the big screen right now because we're migrating. And all this stuff is done on the touchscreen. So as you see before this, I did not have Chikorita at all. And that Chikorita is going to be Japanese. The rest of these are going to be... Oh, it has an HM, can't transfer that. Caterpie I can. That also has an HM. I didn't realize that. So I'll have to improvise here. I'll just grab this Pinecone and Chansey. Sure, why not? I decided just to speed up the footage here because I think it would be kind of repetitive just to watch me recatch all these Pokemon again. But as you can see, the Chikorita is still there and it's in Japanese and it's able to be caught and I have it now. The same thing is the case with the Caterpie, which you'll see a little bit later in this video. I also get lost here too because I forgot what was the last Pokemon I transferred over. So if you're wondering why I'm just randomly wandering around for a hot minute, that's why. Alright, so we're done migrating everything over. I can't believe you have the option to say no to that still. Like, hey, you migrated all these Pokemon over, do you just not want to do that? So anyways, as you can see here, if we go into the PC... God, I don't know where they're going to be. They're right here. Okay, cool. There it is, and there's the Caterpie right there. And the Chikorita, I have no idea. It's right up here. My box is very unorganized right now because I'm trying to make a living dex. And I'm still at that, just very slow. So yeah, as you can see, they're both Japanese. They both have like everything works. So there's that. So now the moment of truth. If we check the Pokedex, does this count as a Japanese entry? So something I realized right after I did the migration is that I actually did not unlock the ability to see other region Pokedex entries in my game yet. I forgot you actually have to unlock that in Platinum here, so now this is the real moment of truth to see if that actually worked. So Caterpie's right here. And as you can see, here, I'll swap the screens there. It does! It actually does count as a different region. So if I just touch that, it'll change it to Japanese. So that's really cool. That was one thing that somebody asked, and I wasn't too sure about it. I just assumed so, because it is technically from a different region. So, but yeah, there's your confirmation. So that's neat. So I put FireRed back into my DS, and I booted up HeartGold because I'm at the point of the video where I want to test, you know, if HeartGold detects the Japanese copy of FireRed. As you can see here, my DS actually misread it and thought it was an option pack. So that's funny, I guess. Okay, so we're in HeartGold now, and as you can see, just like with Platinum, I get no message to migrate. So I decided not to migrate any Japanese Pokemon upwards to HeartGold SoulSilver, because I've actually already done that. I had the Charizard in the FireRed copy migrated up here. Like, I transferred that to Emerald to migrate up to this file. And as you can see there, it actually does detect it, and we can get the Japanese Pokedex entry right there. So that's kind of neat. If you're somehow curious, I'll just boot up the PC here, and we can actually check that out. Right there. That's from the Japanese copy of FireRed. It even has the champion ribbon. Which actually, I don't know if you get that in FireRed and LeafGreen if you beat the game. You might have, because I had to beat the game to actually transfer this Charizard upwards. So yeah, there's that. So that's basically this whole video. I just kind of want to confirm some things that people are asking. Basically just some frequently asked questions. The only thing I wasn't really able to touch upon is Pokemon Coliseum, because to trade anything to Coliseum, you have to beat the game, and I don't have a beat game save file in Coliseum. I do have a copy, just not a beat game save, so... And I figure, if anything, it will do the same thing as Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. If one day in the future I actually do beat Coliseum and I'm able to trade stuff to it, maybe I'll just do like one more video on this where it's like, oh hey, this is what happens if you try to do stuff and interact with Coliseum. Though I don't think anything interesting is going to happen. I think it's going to be just like Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, except maybe a different error message. That's it. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you later. If you're curious what the original video was, I'll have that linked somewhere, because that video is old. So yeah, have a nice day, I guess. Bye.